Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to integrate Onboardbase into your Reactjs project. With Onboardbase integrated into your Reactjs project, you're going to have access to features like scanning the code base, hiding secrets, running tunnels, and many more. My name is Daniel. I'm a developer advocate here at Onboardbase. With all that being said, let's dive right into it. All right, here I have my React.js project created, and you can see how it looks like. And once I open my command prompt or PowerShell or terminal, depending on which one you're using, and you can see it has compiled successful. So once I open my browser, you can also find my React app here. So it is displaying new app at the moment. So the next thing we need to do is to actually head over to our Onboardbase dashboard. So if you don't have an account, you can quickly sign up and you get here. So I have my test new organization created. So I'll be working with this test new organization. And what next? This is my app project, which I've already created. So we're going to be using a new project for this video. So I can just see my app, right? I can call it my app, right? Or my React app. So I can call it my React, right? So depending on which name you want to actually give it, right? So and the description can be hiding secrets, right? So we are going to be hiding secrets, and also you leave this so you don't actually check it because we are going to be using environment variables in this video. So you leave it like that, and now you can click on create your project. So it's going to create the new project, and you can see it's called my React, right? So and the description here is hiding secrets. So we are going to be using this my React in our React project. And the next thing we need to do is to actually have our Onboardbase CLI installed. So you can actually head to the documentation, or you check our past videos on how to install Onboardbase if you don't have it installed. So you can install via npm, macOS, Linux, and Windows. So now we can head over to building, right? And now once I open my PowerShell, I can quickly check for my Onboardbase version installed, right? So I can just say Onboardbase-v. So once I say Onboardbase-v to actually check the version of Onboardbase installed, right? So you can also use dash version, right, to check your Onboardbase version. So now once I click on enter, you can see it is Onboardbase CLI version 1.7.7. That's the current version that Onboardbase has. And yep, so the next thing we need to do is to actually cd. So we have to cd to this project directory. So we need to cd project. So we'd have to do all that. So cd project. All right, so that's not the part, but okay. So cd project ls cd react. So the name of the directory which I can find my React app is cd react obb, and I can now do ls. So once I do ls, you can see my React app. I can now say cd my app. So once I say cd my app, I am already in my React project. So this is my React project at the moment. So let me just clear this, and yeah, this is where we can do everything. So the first thing we need to do is to actually log in Onboardbase in this directory. So I'll be saying Onboardbase login. So I'll say Onboardbase login, and once I do Onboardbase login, it will actually run the whole process for us. So let me quickly expand the text. So it said, would you like to scoop your login to this current directory or override the existing global login? So I would want to scoop the login to this current directory. So I will just click on enter, and it said open the authorization page in your browser. So I would say yes. So I want to open the authorization page in my browser, and you can see it has already redirected us to the authorization page. So I'll be using my Gmail address, which I actually used to sign up to Onboardbase, and click on continue. So he said that send us the confirmation link to our Gmail. So I'll just open my Gmail here to actually check for it. Alright, so let's wait for it to open. So this is my confirmation link, and I can just click on it to confirm, and we move on. Yep, let's wait for it. So it has already confirmed our login, and we can now head back to our terminal or command prompt, depending on which one you're using again, and we can now run Onboardbase setup. So you can actually find out that it redirected us back and said authentication successful. The reason why it actually redirected us back and said authentication successful was that we only had just one organization created, which is the test nail. So let's take, for instance, you have two organizations. It will actually prompt you to select one of those organization and use it, right? So that's basically how it's going to work, but we only have just one organization, so we can move on. Now we can now run Onboardbase setup, right? So once you Onboardbase setup, you have to wait for it to fetch all the projects inside your organization. So that's all the projects you have access to. If you're the admin, you're going to have access to all the projects. So, and you can see I have just two projects here. One is my React and one is my app. So we created the my React for this video. So I'll click on enter, and it said select an environment. So we only have development at the moment, and we're going to use it. So would you like to save the onboardbase.yml to your .git icon? So it's very important. I would say you should save it, and click on yes. And now it has set up everything, and you are good to go. So now you can, the next thing you need to do is to open your project and head over to the package.json. So in your package.json, you have to locate your scripts, and this is my script at the moment, right? And now you need to actually just edit your start command here. So you can also edit your build, you can edit your test, and also you can edit your eject. So I want to edit the I just want to edit everything so we can actually move on. So you can, to edit it, you can just add onboardbase run-c, and onboardbase run-c is used to actually inject secrets into your Reactjs project. So once you add that command there, it will actually eject your secrets into your project. So now this is how you're going to do it. So you can now say onboardbase run, so onboardbase run the C, and you need to wrap this React script start into a single quote. So take note, you're going to wrap it into a single quote, not a double quote. So wrap it into a single quote, and you do that for your build too. So if you want to use it in your build, so run C, then you can now wrap it into your build. Also you can wrap it into your text and inject, but at the moment I want to wrap it into my start and build so I can show you how it works. So once I save my work and once I open my terminal back to confirm if it's run successful, you can also see webpack compile successful, and you can see adding that script here does not like break anything. So what it only does is just to actually inject the secret from Onboardbase and use it in the React project. So once I open my React app, you can see it's working fine. So the next thing you can do is actually to hide the secret. So I can now say key, right? So the name of the key would be key, and just give it a dummy value. So once I now say save, it will save the secret. So let's just take, for instance, this is like a news API, and this is your news API key. You want to hide it using Onboardbase. So this is your news API key. So for you to inject it into your project, you can actually use the process.env. So let me just open a new editor. So okay, so let's wait for it to, okay, so let's just say for you to inject it, and okay, let's give it a variable name as name, right? So for you to inject it in your JavaScript file, you can use the process. So once you use the process.env, so process.env, then you can now be a list, right? So you now wrap that list into a double quote. So once I open back my window, and you can see I give it the name of key, right? So I can now copy this and open and just place it in here. So this is how you are going to use it. So let's just say you have like a dummy URL here. You can now call this name. You can call this name. So it can be constant, it can be anything you want to name it. So this, you can call this name, and it will inject this key secret. So to bring it back from Onboardbase here, and you can see the value is just a dummy text, right? So it will bring this, it will build it here, and add it in your JavaScript file. So this is basically how you can inject from Onboardbase. And yeah, thank you for watching, and subscribe to the channel. If you're having any issue, you can reach out to me, or you can reach out to the team on Discord. You can also make a comment down in the comment section and tell us what you are facing. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you and bye.